So a little while ago, I started playing Ghost Grid, right? And I've never read the lore. I know what patrons are, but I've never read it. And I was looking for a synopsis of the lore, or the lore explained, and I couldn't find one on YouTube. So I'm going to read the lore myself. Here we go. We'll start from synopsis, world network patrons, factions, races, technology, and lore. Well, we'll start off with rules. Lore rules. All powers are connected to the network and Patreon shenanigans. Real gods or other mythical beings do not exist in the lore, neither does magic, so refrain from using them. When it comes to power limits, one person can only have up to 3 patrons, and one fusee hybrid can only have one kinetic core with up to 3 powers. Patrons themselves have one specific ability, and it can be versatile. Patrons can also not die or be destroyed, but do have to change themselves when they run out of energy. If your character is below 50 years old, they cannot use city level damage no matter what species. Everyone can be as powerful as others. Beyond that, go wild. You are even recommended to make your own clans and expand the lore with your own headcanon. Synopsis. In 1620, the 20-year-long Imperial Civil War, a great war between two clans, I'm going to say Taiwaku and Kuromyu, was soon coming to an end. The Taiwaku clan, who had been in control over the Hanzenzu Empire for the past century, was unaware of the approaching end. The Kormyu clan, I'm just going to stop. Kormyu clan launched an overwhelming surprise attack on the Empire's capital, quickly taking it over and proclaiming it under total control over the Hanzenzu Empire's capital. Quickly taking it over and proclaiming total control over the Hanzenzu network, the Hanzenzu itself. Somehow, the Kuromyu clan had gotten their hands on the Ghost Grid before the attack and used the Fusei forces, Taiwaku's own creation, against them. Ooh. Here we go. Taiwaku had ruled over the country with an iron fist, which brought order and prosperity. But Koromyu had other plans. Their goal was complete freedom, so they handed the control of all the regions in the Hanzenzu over to the various clans around the country. Instead of ru- rolling it over themselves, this was this was to happen with the condition that the clans worked for and did business with the Chromeu. This freedom came with a cost because all the clans had their own way of ruling their regions. The country soon became much more dangerous and hostile than it was under the Taiwaku rule. With the way everything was going, another revolution may be coming sooner than expected. Ooh, this is starting to get honestly interesting. World. Country Hansenzu. Government Hansenzu Empire after the Imperial Civil War. Liberated the Union of Hansenzu. Capital Shogo. Leader Emperor Akume. Population 122 million. Currency Quine Q. Law enforcement Hansenzu military. Surrounding countries Valiska and Taiyuan. I swear to God, someone's standing next to me. Sorry, one second. Let me just. Okay. Um, History. Oh God, here we go. During the year 1180, near the town of Hajima, the discovery of an unknown mineral was made. An odd red stone could be infinitely. The odd red stone could infinitely generate energy on the impact with other surfaces. The people of Shogo had planned to use it as a weapon. However, it was decided that simply making it explode would be a waste of time and the mineral. The mineral was named Hansenzu. Oh, okay. For several decades, nobody could make use of the Hansenzu. However, in 1230, its energy was finally utilized to make primitive generators that made food, production, easier. Over time, it could bring heat and power to the entire town of Shogo. Some decades forward in 1260, the technological revolution began. The town of Shogo had grown into a large capital city, and its soldiers used weapons that channeled energy from the Hanzenzu. This made their forces more powerful than any other nation in the area. Shogo kept expanding. A new country named after Hanzenzu was founded. During the next century, the Hanzenzu Empire kept expanding and taking over large portions of surrounding nations. In 1300, the Hanzenzu weapons were upgraded into patrons with the creation of karmic frames. Eventually, in 1350, years of study on the Hanzenzu mineral led to the creation of the Hanzenzu network. Oh God! Oh, and it leaves off right where the next one is right where it leaves off. My only problem with this is these are really like specific years. 1300, 1350, I 1230. Like add like a 1 or 6 in there, dude. Okay, network. The Hanzenzu network. The Hanzenzu network is a complete virtual copy of the Hanzenzu mineral, making it self-sustaining as well. The network stores cosmic levels of power. Paradoxicality? I hope I'm saying that right. Powering itself in the entire Hanzenzu Empire. Whoever controls the network controls Hanzenzu. The network's infinite energy can be used to transform data into physical matter. This would allow the infinite generation of food and other resources. However, the Hanzenzu Empire moderates it so the economy of the Hanzenzu wouldn't just crash. They put a lot of thought into this. Oh my god, this is gonna be a long video. Here we go. Other uses of the technology are still allowed, though, as such as patrons, fuse hay creation, as well as healing baths that can reconstruct lost limbs and heal other lethal injuries. Oh, so that's what those baths in the Emperor's places. Oh my gosh! Wow, this makes everything so much better, like so much easier to understand. Ghost Grid. Ghost Grid is a system that the Hanzenzu network that stores any and all information of the Hanzenzu citizens. This information includes genetic data, experiences, and memories of the citizens. Oh god. On the surface, it is a necessary system to keep track of everyone living in the country, but there is more below the surface that nobody knows of. The Hanzenzu Empire used the data on the Ghost Grid to make synthetic soldiers known as fusei. As the weapons for war beyond combat data, memories of their original selves were not given to the fusei. The Akoji virus. The Akoji virus is an advanced and intelligent virus installed into the Hanzenzu network by the Kuromyu clan. Sorry. Before the end of this Imperial Civil War, it was granted that the oh my god, it was what granted them access to the Ghost Grid. Okay, it was born within the clan's own karmic frame. Visually, it appears in the form of glitching crimson data and became known as a problem when the Chromeu could no longer control it. It started spreading, making the network unstable, and if it keeps spreading, damages could be catastrophic in both the network and the real world. Well, who is this guy? Who is following me? Okay, sorry. Let's get back to where we were. Brain network interface BNI. Brain network interface BNI. Oh my god! Wait 1 second. My game is being weird. BNI is a system that grants the ability to control the Hanzenzu, the network at will. Oh my god. However, the only people trusted by the Hanzenzu Empire have access to it. When the active users of the BNI can generate anything from their minds. What? That sentence doesn't make sense. Oh, when active, users of the BNI can generate anything from their minds into the real world. I already know what I'm going to use for my next OC. If the BNI is in use for too long, however, the user's mind will begin to receive damage because it's extremely taxing to the brain. Never mind. Okay, on top of that, the Okoji virus may attempt to corrupt their mind. If a fuse has the ability, they will have a higher risk of being corrupted by Okoji than the humans do, as they are artificial. BNI users can also activate what is known as brain space, which copies a region around the user and takes everyone in it. Spaces converge within the network. In this space, the BNI user will have even more control and power over the real world in the real world. However, extended use of the brain space may fry your brain. Patrons, here we go. This is the part that I've been waiting for. Patrons. Patrons are intelligent artificial beings with immense power that live in karmic frames. Private networks created specifically for patrons and patron creation. They were created as companions for warriors. Warriors who gain a patron will receive overall physical boost and power regardless, and what type of patron it is. This power will increase when the bond between the warrior and the patron becomes stronger. Do patrons have personalities? Patrons can evolve in the karmic frames automatically, and as a result, unknown exactly how many different patrons exist in them. Regardless, based on the abilities of each patron, they can be usually categorized, and these categories are. Okay, here we go. Kami patrons, divine patrons that can purify corruption. Okay, so that's all they do? Okay. Oni patrons, evil patrons that can take something from their partner in exchange for greater power. I'm using that next for sure. Your patrons. Eventual spirit patrons that grow stronger with negative feelings. Ooh. Henge patrons, animal like patrons such as the Kasune. You can find that in the Game Pass room. Kaiju patrons, great or beast patrons with great monster or beast patrons with great strength. Mono patrons, patrons with transformation or shapeshifting powers. Tsukumogame patrons, patrons that manifest as physical objects. I see. Kai patrons, irregularities that cannot be categorized. Ooh. Master patrons, old and powerful patrons that can only reside in the master karmic frame. Master patrons can be from any of the categories above. That is pretty cool. I actually like this power system. So any oh, there's more. Oh my. Oh no. Oh my god. Karmic frame. Finally, I've been waiting for this. Karmic frames are private networks that store and develop patrons. They are not connected to the Hanzenzu network itself. They are considered sacred devices. Even their own guardians, the karmic priests, are the biggest known karmic frame is master karmic frame that stores order and more powerful patrons. Oh god, here we go. I hate reading, but I wanted to make this video because no one else is going to. Patron choosing ceremony. Although my Lexile is very high. When ready for the challenge, students of various clans of the Hanzinzu will participate in events known as patron choosing ceremonies, held on the Shiki Mountain. So that's what that place is. The ceremonies are arranged by karmic priests, and many of the bigger clans will also show up in order to recruit promising warriors. The ceremonies will begin with the fighting tournaments between the students, and 6 best fighters will earn the title warrior. These, my God, these 6 warriors will be allowed to connect their minds to a karmic frame. The top 3 can also try their luck with Master Karmic Frame, but Master Patrons can be picky, often not choosing not to connect with anyone. Ooh, this is gonna be so cool. When connected to a karmic frame, patrons within it will read a warrior's mind, and depending on their compatibility, one or in rare cases several patrons may choose to remain connected to the warrior. This compatibility has to do with karma, whether the patrons are infected by the uh, sorry, whether the warrior's motives will lean towards good, neutral, or evil. There will also be Akoji patrons infected by the Akoji virus. They are more powerful and unstable and harder to control. Once the connection is made, the warrior will be able to use the patron's power as they please, and as much as they please, I guess. The more their powers are used, the stronger the bond between the warrior and the patron will become, and the stronger the warrior and the patron themselves will grow. In the event that the patron finds their partner, warrior, incompatible later on, they are free to remove themselves from a warrior at any time, leaving them powerless. It's actually pretty cool. The powers of different patrons manifest holographic visually, slightly holographic visually, but otherwise different per patron. Patron sync. Patron synchron. Oh my god. Synchronization. Synchronization. Here we go. Or patron sync for short, please, is a state of being that is only possible to reach once the bond between a warrior and a patron is strong enough to handle it in it. The warrior and their patron will merge together to form a perfect synchronization of their abilities, increasing their overall power and duration of the patron sync. In lower warrior patron bond levels, the state will consume a lot of energy. However, strengthening the bond, it is possible to reduce energy consumption of the state and eventually even being able to perfect it with no drawbacks. Patron sync can be activated during battle, and the patron will inform their partner once synchronization is possible. Okay, there we go. The more Patron Sync is used, the user will begin to gain memories, skills, and techniques of the patron's past partners. Not gonna lie, that sounds like One for All. I don't watch My Hero Academia though. That's lame. Factions. Oh god. Oh my god. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Factions. Clans. There are very different. Ugh. There are various different clans with their own code and ideals in the Hanzenzu. Some are bigger, some are very small. Clans have a lot of authority around the country, especially now after the war ended. Clan members take their clan's name as their surname and to show where they belong. All clans share the same ranking system as the patron choosing ceremony. It is a common practice for all clans. These ranks are servant. Okay, I'm pretty sure we all know what that is, but I'll read it anyways. Larger clans have several servants who perform domestic duties for the clans. They're usually hired citizens, but students have to do servant work as part of their training as well. Students, yeah, just people who are chosen, people who are practicing martial art, but can also be chosen to participate in the patron thing ceremony. Warriors are clan members who have passed the patron choosing ceremony, and the top 5 received from their own patron. Master is a title granted to powerful warriors who were chosen by master patrons. Masters also gain higher authorities in their clan, able to train students and lead warriors. That also raises a question. I was hoping to make something like Toji where I was gonna have like a really, really strong body and stuff, but I can't interact with patrons. Therefore, I'm not affected by them, but I'm also not able to use them no matter what. Executioner slash guardian. These ranks are granted to only the clan leader or a grand master, two powerful warriors that exceed the master in skill and power. Both ranks share the same authorities as masters. Executioners work as the clan's attack specialists, while guardians are trusted to either protect the clan. Crap, where are they? Are trusted to either protect the clan itself or even the clan leader. I know what grandmasters are, I think, but let me see. Grandmaster slash Karmic Priest. This rank can only be granted by the clan leader, and it consists of the most powerful fighters the clan has. Grandmasters tend to the businesses, politics, and teaching within their own clan. Karmic Priest is a special duty of Grandmasters, which includes protecting Karmic friends and arranging Patreon choosing ceremonies. Keep on saying Patreon, like, yeah. Clan leader slash emperor. Clan leader is either the most powerful or the most respected member in their clan. They have full authority over their clan and are the main representative of it. The clan leader of the governing clan of the Hanzenzu is called the emperor. I see, I see. Oh my god. Each rank in the clan has classes implying what kind of level they are within each of their ranks. Their classes are low class, middle class, and high class. Oh, so basically like a flight. Classes exist to differentiate I don't care anymore. The level of the level of skill and power within their ranks themselves. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Just like low class ranks should have done that. With the exception of students, when speaking formally, members of the clan should be addressed with their rank before their name. Common kids are addressed as grand masters instead, as their official rank. Clan leaders are addressed with a variety of titles, such as leader, sir, mistress, madam, and other things, depending on circumstances and the individual in question. Oh my god, there's so much to read. Hanzenzu's military is the Hanzenzu's main military. Oh, force and law enforcer. It consists of the empire's ruling clan, the military itself, as well as the Fuzhei forces. The empire is the chief of the Hanzenzu military. The governing clan works as the commanders of the military. For most part, the main military set consists of purely humans, and they use firearms, melee weapons such as, here we go, Xiansai suits are exoskeletons that support their users in heavier tasks and are able to adapt depending on situations, making their wearer stronger. Ooh, here we go. The Hanzenzu military ranks are as follows. Shogun commanders are either high-ranking soldiers of any of the governing clans members, starting off from master rank, and they will command all the military forces. Daimyo, oh, I think I know these. Warlords are either high-ranking soldiers of the clan leaders of smaller clans who work under the governing clan, and the emperor. They have full control over specific regions owned by the empire. Here we go. Samurai, elite officers who command groups of soldiers or heavy forces. Bro, everybody is doing this as samurai. What is this man talking about? Soldier, main commanders of the military. Wow. Did not see that coming, I'm not gonna lie. How much is there? Almost done, guys. Fuzhei forces. Fuzhei forces are the Empire's military force, such as synthetic foot soldiers. Oh, I love them feet. Specifically created for the 20-year Imperial Civil War of Hanzenzu. The war between the Taiwaku clan and the Kuromiyu clan. They were designed to be the perfect soldiers, but are not considered to be the citizens of Hanzenzu, but merely weapons of war. That's racist. It's because I'm white, isn't it? The legendary six warriors of the sun and moon. Oh, I've been waiting for this one. The legendary six warriors of the sun and moon are a group of powerful warriors, foretold to appear only once every total eclipse, 100 years. Their purpose is unknown, as it may change every time, but their presence it always influences the direction of history one way or another. I have my next RP idea. I might actually screenshot this. Let's check the recording, see if it's. Yeah. 25 minutes, oh my god. The Jade Emperor. Oh, these warriors are. The Jade Emperor, legendary commander of armies, usually having a summon of Patron in the Jade color, sorry. Yin Yang Warrior. One or more people who have Yin and Yang patrons that can fuse into the Yin Yang Warrior. Silent Strider, a Shinobi Kunoichi prodigy, an unknown, unseen killer. Ooh, I've actually seen an RP of the Silent Strider. I already knew what they were. Dragon Emperor. Rulers of dragons usually has several dragon patrons because of their potential to connect with several patrons at once. They also may have a Bakimeno patron that can transform them into a dragon. So how many patrons can they have? 3. Demon King, a wild, powerful warrior who seeks freedom by any means necessary. They usually have a Bakemono patron, the same kind of patron that can transform them and make them stronger. The Kitsune slash Nine-Tailed Fox, oh god, Naruto, a nimble but fierce warrior, usually female. They usually have a patron that can either transform them into or summon a great nine-tailed fox, usually transform. This legend also has influenced the patron choosing ceremony. Only 6 of the best fighters are chosen to become warriors in each ceremony. In my next RP, I might actually get every single one of these guys, and we should all hey, if y'all want to have an RP with all the 6 warriors or whatever, call me up, bro. Races. Oh my god, it's not that deep. Humans make up the majority of Hanzen's population and lived in the country for several millennia. Humans are considered naturally and genetically pure, yet uh yet even have changed since the technological revolution. This is likely all the technology available that allows the genetic modification has permanently that allows genetic modification has permanently changed up to human species in the long run. The most notable of these changes are longer lifespan, up to 200 years. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Stronger muscles and skeleton. That's good again. Sharper senses, as well as shorter childhood as a result of accelerated growth and learning. Oh, okay. Fuse hair. We already know what these guys are. They're just they're like yeah, they're synthetic soldiers. Um, they're naturally born. They were created from the data of the Hanzenzu. We already know about this. We don't really need because they're created for war. I'm gonna pick up right here. They're not considered citizens, even though they are not psychologically different from humans. They grow up quickly to the prime age of 20s in only about a month's time, and they turn their aging. Then their aging will slow down drastically. Their lifespan is still the same that as humans, but they will begin to gradually grow old only in their 150s. New fusees are only created during wartime. Their physical strength is much greater than that of humans, easily able to break through walls and bend metal with their bare hands. They are also much more durable and able to endure bullets to an extent. Oh god, John Wick is shaking in his boots. Their senses and reflexes are also much higher than that of normal humans, able to dodge bullets right when they're fired. Oh heck yeah. Some Neo type junk, you feel me? The Fuse Hay have something called a kinetic core, which allows them to use a kinetic power. Kinetic like electricity? That they are born with. A kinetic core is located near their heart, like conducting kinetic. The Fusei are not able to get a patron because patrons do not choose purely synthetic beings as their partners. Skill issue, bro. Replicants. Replicants are perfectly genetic replicas of humans, having no difference in real humans. They don't gain any special powers beyond what humans are capable of, unless genetically engineered to. There is one difference to humans, though, in that they only appear unless genetically engineered. There's one difference to humans, though, that they only appears when a replicant who has a patron or uses patron sync. When synchronized, they completely merge with their patron, even down to personality, and that also makes their patron sync stronger than normal. Of course, when synchronization ends, they will be separated. Yo, that's so sick! Patrons do have personalities. I knew it. Replicants are able to get a patron because they are so close to the being that tricks patrons. So close to human beings that it tricks patrons. Sorry. Hybrids. Hybrids are combinations between humans and Fuzhe or other synthetic beings. And all passive. They have all passive and active abilities with both humans and the synthetic side. They're even considered to be possible replacements for the Fuzhe forces in the future, as they have the potential to become more powerful and able to get a patron on top of their synthetic abilities. Well, I mean, dang, that's way better than the Fuzhe. The ghosts when okay when the Okaji Okaji I don't know Okaji virus is spread to the ghost grid, it warps citizen data into the real world in form of glitching twisted versions of the citizens. Oh god. These beings are called ghosts and sometimes are shadows due to Akoji's corruption. Their minds are also corrupt, making them usually hostile. Their abilities compare to that of the Fuzes, and they even have a corrupted kinetic core. So are they ghosts like they can't be interacted with, but they can interact with you? So many questions. It probably answers that right here. They can materialize anywhere, from indoors to outside at random times. When ghosts die, they glitch and explode, leaving behind a small crimson Hanzenzu stone. Oh my god, I can grind stones. Oh, yes, sir, I have an idea. Demons. Patrons that were infected by the Akoji virus and escaped their karmic frame without a companion are called demons. They can do what they please, but due to the effects of the Akoji virus, all of them are deranged and are deranged by default of Akoji's corruption. Akoji's corruption also makes them stronger than normal. Oh, well, thank you for that information. They usually materialize near a karmic frame due to a glitch caused by the Akoji virus. When demons die, they glitch and explode, leaving behind a crimson Hanzenzu stone. I mean, that's even better. Okay, sorry. Was that technology? Oh God, that was racist. Oh, we're not that far. We only have one more to go, and it's not that long. Technologies. Spirit Connect is a device implant that every citizen and synthetic person has on Hanzinzu. Uh, should have. It is a common everyday device that allows people to do telepathic connection with people of their choice, connection with the karmic frames, and therefore patrons in the patron choosing ceremony, as well as gaining access to the BNI if given permission. Okay. PCS, short for Personal Computer Scroll, but it's commonly called a scroll. Oh yeah, I know what that is. It is a holographic scroll that grants you a common connection to the network. Your personal data and other things. It is easy to carry as well as a small two-piece device that you will separate from each other, opening a hologram, which the pieces lets you view whatever data you need. Healing baths is literally a bath, but it heals you. It's synthetic. It's just like just repairs them from the data available about them on the Ghost Grid. Auto Wagon is a car. I know. Uh, they're pricey, have different size variations, and meant for different purposes. Meant for different purposes, and they're also common luxury vehicles. So I mean, No. Synthgrow, here we go, is a medicine that allows human children to grow and learn faster because of the effects of this medicine. And patrons mankind have physically changed over the years. We're almost done. Hansen's mineral had never became obsolete even after the creation of the network, as the network structure is based off the synthetic material structure. It can also be used to generate more of the mineral. Oh, heck yeah, even better. The mineral is used as the power source of all machinery, including locomotives. Oh, heck yeah. Auto wagons, even better. And even the weapons, to mention a few examples. Firearms are a common weapon of the Hanzenzu military. Apparently, they don't know what gunpowder is, and were developed some decades after the Hanzenzu mineral was first properly used as a source of energy. They are powered by the mineral and fire charged by the energy stored in it. Oh, hey, we're done. Then I already read that. So, yeah, that's the entire lore of Ghost Grid. I can also read the guidelines to you if you want, but they're they're pretty easy. I mean, okay, here we go. I'll read them to you real quick. Follow the terms of Roblox. Don't break the Roblox stuff. Roblox rules. Game guidelines. You should follow the lore. However, using your imagination and expanding on it is very much allowed. If you do private roleplay as in such a private server, they are free. Same applies to the events unless everyone in the public server agrees to participate. Same applies. Let's see. So you can like literally do whatever you want as long as everyone agrees to participate, which will never happen. Hey, maybe I'll get like a following, and we can all just like do a role play together. Do not cosplay as characters from existing franchises. However, you can make original characters based on them. I've done that, yeah. Do not god mod. Your character cannot be immortal, and they cannot be more powerful than everyone else. There may be exceptions to this if other players agree to it. What? I can't be strong? What? Is there like something? Did they have something against me being strong? I have a character that's technically a god modder, I guess, because I'm strong. I'm just really strong. I made it as a joke though. You need permission to kill PTK. You cannot kill off other people's characters without their permission. Oh dang. Tell that to the Ghost Grid tryhards who write like a million paragraphs in 0.2 seconds. They have a typing speed of a trillion words per minute, and they always say attacks your body part no one's ever heard of, leaving you stunned as I attacks another body part that no one ever heard of, leaving you incapacitated as he'd finish you off or something like that. Pause. Use OOC out of character when speaking as yourself instead of your character. You can also use brackets like that. Yeah, I use that to accomplish this. You can roleplay the ways that's most comfortable to you, whether you want to not use quote marks for your character's speech, uh, whether you not want to use asterisks for your character's actions, whether or not you want to speak in first or third person. First person, I sit down. Third person, yeah, that's what I do. I speak in third person. He'd or she'd sit down. Being consistent with others is recommended in order to avoid confusion, though. Yeah, I've had that problem before. Okay, now that's the entire lore guard. Okay, would you like me to read this? I have to do it then. There's several different ways to RP, but here's a few examples. Speech. Whenever your character speaks, you can either use quotation marks or not. It matters little unless you do your actions without asterisks. It would get it confusing for both speech and actions were without any symbols. Example: player, let's go. Player, let's go. He said. My God, Burrow really thinks he's in a novel. Actions. People who use quotation marks in their speech tend to do actions without any symbols in a book-like format. However, it is also possible to do actions with using asterisks. Yeah, I do that. Either do actions in first person or third person, depending on preference. Player, I'd walk forward. He'd walk forward. That's what I do. I would walk forward, or he would walk forward. OOC stands for out of character. Yeah, yeah. BRB, bathroom break. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Combat RP, CRP stands for combat roleplay. Oftentimes you'll end up in fights during a roleplay, not real ones, hopefully. You would use actions to imply what you're doing during the fights. It isn't really all that complicated. The only thing to mention regarding CRP is to give other combatics a chance to act. Exactly! Please! Please, bro. I'm begging of you. Instead of using uh, speed typing your way to victory, let them react after one of your actions and only act after they've acted. Don't do such actions as he would stab you. Unless somehow warranted. Preferably that an attack of yours would is about to land. Exactly! Oh my god, yes! Rather than forcibly making it land. Exactly, that way other combatants can react accordingly. For real, people need to know this stuff. This may turn fights into dodging matches though. If it seems reasonable, your character should also take hits. Of course, the more your character takes hits and or the longer they fight, they are bound to eventually slow down and lose stamina, for real, making them more vulnerable. Obviously, if a character is too tired to fight, they don't magically regain their stamina all in, though. Just try to be reasonable and avoid doing things that your character could usually not do. PTK is a part of CRP, usually to end the fight. It stands for permission to kill, whether the owner or of ugh, the owner of the defeated character wishes that your character live. Permission is obviously not granted in this scenario. You should probably come up with a reason why the character is not killed. As a ghost, you are like Fuzhei. Sorry, 1 second. I do something real quick. Except, oh my god, 1 second, 1 second. My thing's glitching out. Just okay, glitched. Due to the Koji virus, demons are usually the same, except they're they were Patreon instead. A Koji viruses materialized onto them in the physical world. Ghosts and demons are twisted versions of Fuzei and Patreons. Affiliation. Next thing, deciding your character's own affiliation. Are they a Fuzei or are they by default a soldier of the Fuzei forces? They are, sorry. Otherwise, be creative. You can even make your own clans or use ones from the lore. Maybe maybe your own clan list, even a foreigner. There's a lot of options. Remember to check the power tiers ranks of the clan in the lore section. And oh, I didn't know that was a thing. You can also hide players right here, by the way. And that's it. Literally everything. Oh god. Okay. Yeah. See ya.